So hello and welcome to this Adobe Animate tutorial. Today we are going to create an HTML5 animated banner with this bounce effect, and right now you can see what we are going to be doing. The final animation may be a little bit different because this is just from my trial, but basically we are going to do something like this. Okay, so I have this from the site Freepik, and I'm going to put the link in the description, and I am also going to give you the Illustrator file that I'm going to create right now. So if you want, you can go directly to the Adobe Animate. But yeah, all you need to do is click download, then go with the free download and save this. But I will hit cancel because I already saved this, and I will go to the place where I have this. And basically I'm going to have a zip file. I will right click, I will go with extract here, and I am going to double click on this IE or on this EPS file, and it is going to open me this in the Adobe Illustrator. There is some warning about the missing fonts, but I am just going to hit close because I don't mind. And I am going to create new document, so I will go with Ctrl N, Command N or File New, and I will go with like the web option, and I will go maybe with 500 by 500 pixels, RGB 72, so I do not want to change anything, and I am just going to click create. Now I will go to this initial document. And if I'm going to click on this, I can see that it is going to be connected together. So what I need to do is I need to right click and I need to choose ungroup. Okay, if I click one more time, then it is still going to be connected. So I am going to right click and I'm going to choose ungroup. Okay, and I will click one more time and it is still connected. There are like many things. So I am going to right click and I am going to choose ungroup. And right now I am going to have this books with these glasses only connected like so. So after 3 times going right click and ungroup, we are going to have something like this. And now I am just basically going to drag this to the new document like so, and yeah. Now if I want, I can scale this, so I can go with the shift to stay proportional and alt or option to go from the center, so maybe something like this. But yeah, that's optional, so something like this, or maybe a little bit smaller. I don't know. Okay, and now what I'm going to do is while I am in this new document, I am going to one more time ungroup this. So I am going to click on this, select this, right click, and I am going to choose ungroup. And now I am going to have them one by one like so. So these glasses, I can get rid of them. I do not need them, and yeah, if we want, we can go ahead and get this text happy World Book Day. So if I want, I can get this in here like so. That's something that's optional. So yeah, I can scale this down a little bit. Okay, that's fine. And maybe these books are too big, so I am going to scale them a little bit more, so something like this. Okay, this is fine. I am not going to play more with this. Now I will go to the layers, and I am going to have everything in the layer 1. If I am going to open the layer, there is going to be a bunch of things. We are going to have this word, this text, and we are going to have all of these books. Now what I need to do is I need to click on this. I will go to these 3 lines up here, and I'm going to choose release to layers like so. And now I will be able to select everything that is inside, and I'm going to drag it outside of the layer 1. Right now the layer 1 is empty, so I can delete this, and I am going to have this on the separated layers. If you cannot see layers or anything, you can go to the window and you can get it, but yeah, your Illustrator may look a little bit different. Now I will just save this, Ctrl S, and I will go to the place where I want to have this. So I am going to create new folder, which I am going to call Illustrator, and I am going to provide you this file. So yeah, so I am going to call this to be books, for example. But keep in mind that on the Freepik, if you want to use this commercially, you will have to attribute the author or go premium on the Freepik, but it's very cheap. And the same thing is with the Illustrator file that I am going to provide. I don't own this, so yeah. So yeah, right now I will go to the Adobe Animate, and I am going to create new document. Let me close these things that I have in here. I'm going to go with Ctrl N, Command N or File New, and I will go the same width and height as in the Adobe Illustrator. So I will go with 500 by 500. This is not size for the Google Ads. If you want the size for the Google Ads, you can choose the size for the Google Ads. So yeah. and I want this to be HTML5 canvas, and I am just going to click create. Now I will go to the place where I have my Illustrator file, so it is going to be in here, and basically I am just going to drag my Illustrator file to the Adobe Animate like so. This is going to give me some kind of options, but I do not need to change anything. That is like place objects at the original position, of course, import as a single bitmap image. No, I do not want to have this as one image because I wouldn't be able to animate it separately. Import unused symbols, that's like nothing, and set stage size to the same as Illustrator. We have this, so we do not need to change anything, and I'm just going to click import. So yeah, and fine. Now this text word book, I am going to hide this and I am going to lock this. So right now we would like to focus only on the books, and yeah, these books are fortunately orderly correctly like so. So yeah, if I am going to hide this one, it's going to be the top one and so on. So we do not need to like change the order, but we need to convert them to the symbol, and maybe if we want, we can rename the layers. So very quickly I can go ahead and call this to be B1 as a book 1. This is going to be B number 2 and so on. So I am not going to skip this, but this is going to be a little bit better than just layer 4, layer 5 and so on. So this is going to be B number 5, and this one is going to be B number 6, and yeah. Now I am going to hide all of them except the first one, and I am going to convert it to the symbol to be able to animate this. So I will go to the modify, convert to symbol, and I want this to be movie clip. The registration point doesn't really matter. That's for the JavaScript and some games. For the banners and animation, it doesn't really matter. And we can call this symbol 1, or we can call this to be B1 like so. Okay, right now I am going to have in the library like B1 book 1. Okay, and right now I will have to convert all of them to the symbol. So right now with the shortcut F8, this is going to be B2, okay. And yeah, one more time, I am not going to skip this, so very quickly I am just going to call this to be B number 3. This is going to be F8, B number 4, and last 2, so this is going to be F8 B number 5, and right now I am going to get the last one, so this is going to be F8 B number 6, and I am going to click OK. Okay, so right now I am going to show all of them, and yeah. Maybe it would be cool if I show you this bounce effect only on one book and then on all of them, but then the tutorial would be too long, so I am just going to show you this on all of them. So I will go maybe to frame 25, I'm going to click the bottom frame, and with the shift I am going to click in here, so I am going to select all of them, and I am going to create a new keyframe with F6, or you can right click, insert the keyframe, but when I right click, it's not going to select me them, so let me sure. I always work with the shortcuts, but yeah, insert keyframe, but I always go with F6. So yeah, like so. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the books at the beginning, and with the shift and top arrow, up arrow, I am going to position this out of my stage up like so. If you cannot see things outside of the stage, there is this clip content outside of the stage, so yeah. So right now we are going to have something like this, and I will go anywhere in between like so or like so, it really doesn't matter, and I will right click and I'm going to choose create classic twin. So right now we are just going to have an animation that this is going to go down. Now I will go to maybe frame 35 like so, and I'm going to create a new keyframe F6, and with my shift and top arrow I will go like 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5, maybe 6. Okay, so it is going to fall down, then it will go up, then it will go back down, so I will go maybe somewhere here, but I am going to copy these keyframes at the bottom, so I am going to select them like so, I'm going to hold Alt or Option, and I am just going to drag them like so, and I am going to put them maybe to frame like something like this, okay, around 44, 45. So it is going to like go like this, then it will go up, then it will go down. We can create the classic twin, so I'm going to select this like so. I will right click and I'm going to choose create classic twin. So yeah, we are going to have the animation like so, then it will go up, then it will go down, then I will go maybe somewhere here like so, and I'm going to create new keyframes, F6, and I'm going to put this up, but right now with the shift and up arrow like 1, 2, and maybe just with the arrow 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like something like this. And right now one more time I am going to duplicate this bottom keyframe, so I will go maybe like so, and I am going to create the classic twin and yeah. So the point is that this one, when this is going to go from bottom, when it's going to like bounce up in here and then go down, like the space in between these two keyframes and the space in between these two keyframes should be like almost the same. It's like because it's taking the same time to go up as it's going to take to go down. And the second bounce, we want this this space and this space to be like the same. So maybe I will move this one frame back like so, but approximately. And the space between these two should be like little bit smaller than space between these two. But yeah, you can later on play with this. So yeah, this is what we are going to have. Right now, if I would go with Control Enter, Command Enter, this is going to look terrible. So this is this is what we are going to have. We will have to create easings for this. Okay, so I will go to the first keyframes. I'm going to select all of the keyframes like so, and I will go to the classic ease. There are some pre-made easings. I am going to create custom ease anyway, but you can go with this pre-made if you want, and I will go with easy in. And this easy in means that it is going to start slowly and then it is going to accelerate. For example, if you are going to get an apple to your hand and you are just going to drop it, it will start like it will start quickly, but it will be like accelerating until it's going to hit the ground because of the gravity. And this is like the graph for that. So it starts like you have it in hand, you are going to drop this, so it is going to be accelerating until it's going to hit the ground. So I can go with easy in like so with this option, and I can go with this first option, so I am going to double click. But what I prefer to do is to go to this edit easings. Normally you are going to have this like so. This means like linear easing, and basically I just want to make my easing like so, something like this approximately. So this is the same thing, start slowly and it is going to accelerate, and I am just going to click save and apply. So when this is going to be falling, it is going to be accelerating until it will hit the ground. Now the second keyframes, I will click on them and I will go to the pre-made easings and I will go with easy out. I will go with easy out because it is going to have the momentum of the like fast speed when it hit the ground. So it is going to like bounce quickly, and then it is going to slow down because of the gravity, because when it's go up, it is going to go slower until it will like stop and bounce back. So hopefully makes sense, but I am going to go with easy out. I am going to double click on this first option. You can keep this as it is, but I prefer to go in here and adjust this a little bit like so, but these are just details, so something like this, and I'm going to click save and apply. Now if I go to my easings and I will go to the customs, I'm going to have my easy 1, which I created first, and I'm going to have my easy 2, which I created the second. If you didn't create the custom easings, you will go with just easy in and easy out. Now I will go in here like so it is going to have the at the beginning, it is going to have this easing, so it is going to slow down and accelerate. The in here, when this is going to bounce, it is going to have the opposite easing, so it is going to bounce quickly and then it is going to slow down because of the gravity. Then when it is going to be up in here, we are going to put the easing, custom easing my ease 1, because it is going to be at the top, so it is going to like stop in here and it is going to go down and it will start slowly and it will accelerate, so I will go with this one. The opposite thing is going to be one more time in here when this is going to bounce up, so right now we are going to go with the easy number 2. So yeah, we are just going to go one time this one times this one. If this doesn't make sense, try to think about it, but yeah. And right now we are in the top and we will go down. So right now we are going to go one more time with this one. Okay, so it is going to go from here and it will start slowly and it will accelerate until it hit the ground like so. So yeah, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to extend this little bit because I do not want them to disappear immediately. So I will go maybe somewhere here like so, and I'm going to click F5, or you can right click and insert frame like so. We are just inserting the frame, not the keyframe, because if we do not want to change anything. If you go with F6, we can like animate it somewhere, but if we just want to extend the timeline, we go with F5. So yeah, and right now if I go with Control Enter, Command Enter, this is what we are going to have. Okay, so you can play with these easings and the time that it takes and so on, but yeah. Now what I'm going to do is I am going to offset them, so I am going to select all of them except of the first one, and I will go to maybe frame 10, and then I'm going to select all of them except of the second one, and I'm going to put it like so, and yeah, like this I am going to be offsetting them. So right now I will go with the last 3 like so, and I am going to offset it by 10 frames. You can offset it by 20 frames, by 5 frames, anything that you want like so. And right now I am going to go with the last one, so I am going to select this like so, and I am going to put this to frame 50. And yeah, and one more time, the books are going to like disappear, so I am going to extend the timeline a little bit more, so I will go maybe to somewhere here and I'm going to click F5 like so. Okay, right now if I go with Control Enter, Command Enter, this is what we are going to have. Okay, this is fine, but there is some kind of issue, and that's right now when we offsetted this, you can see that this is going to be the first one, it's going to fall, and the blue one is going to be like, you see, it's overlapping like so, then the yellow one is overlapping. So what I would like to do is I am going to go to the keyframe of the blue one, so B number 2, and on the keyframe you do not want to be outside of the keyframe, because yeah, you want to be on the keyframe, and on this keyframe with my shift and arrow I am going to, or only with the arrow, I am going to move this little bit like so. And the same thing I am going to do with the yellow one, so I am going to be on the keyframe of the yellow one, and I am going to put this little bit like so up. Right now I am going to go with the red one, and I am going to move this little bit like so. Okay, and yeah, right now I will go with this blue one more time, so like this. And right now I will go with the last one, so I am going to put this a little bit up like so, and yeah, basically this is it. So right now if I go with Control Enter, Command Enter, this is what we are going to have, and yeah. Okay, now what we can do is I can click anywhere and I am going to change the color of the stage. So I am just going to go with something which is not white, and I can show my layer number 2. Okay, but I will have to extend this, so I will go up to the end, and I'm going to click F5, and yeah, right now the text happy day happy and day is not going to be visible, so I will probably have to change the color to be something which is more red, something maybe like this. Okay, you know, or you can go with some kind of other text or anything. Okay, so yeah, something like this. and yeah, if you are going to have the frames in here and you want to extend them, as I showed you, you can go with F5, and if you want to get rid of them, you can select them and you can right click and you can choose remove frames, or you can go with Shift F5. In this tutorial, I am not going to show you how you can prepare this banner for the Google Ads, but I am going to put a link in the description. I am just trying different color, but yeah. So I am going to put a link in the description for the tutorial where I am explaining all of the stuff in the file in the publish settings to prepare this for the Google Ads. But in this tutorial, I can at least show you how you can save this and export this. So I can save this. I will go with Control N, Control S, Command S. But before of that, if anyone have been here until this point, you can write me that in the comments. It would mean a lot to me. But yeah, I will go with Control S and I will go to the place where I want to save this. So I will go in here. I will go to the tutorial. I am going to create a new folder, which I am going to call Animate, and I will go inside and I can call this to be books, for example, and I'm going to click save. So right now, if I go to that place, tutorial, animate, I'm going to have my animate file, also some recover animate file, but it's the same as the animate file. But as soon as I go with Control Enter to test this in the browser, once I have saved this, it is automatically going to publish me some JavaScript, HTML and some images. I am going to delete this because I do not want to have this like so, and what I'm going to do is I will go to the file, publish settings, and I'm going to choose publish destination. One more time, because maybe I'm going to, I go too quickly, publish settings, these little icons, select publish destination, and I will have to just choose the place where I want to have this. You can choose any folder anywhere, but I prefer to go to the place where I have my animate file, and in there I prefer to create a folder which I call index, but you can call this anything, and I can call this to be books.js or index.js, and I'm just going to click save, OK, and I can go then file and publish, and right now I am going to have this publish in this index folder with some images, HTML and some JavaScript, and yeah. So if you want to know more about how you can prepare this for the Google Ads and how you can send this to the client and so on, I am going to put a link in the description for that tutorial. So yeah, this is it. This is all. Thank you very much. I hope that you have learned something. I hope that you are going to be able to use this in some kind of your project. And yeah, that's all. This is all. Thank you. Goodbye.